everybody and their mom sent me in this video to see if it's actually possible to do the flamethrower in Fortnite. So I did some fact checking and had a look if it's actually possible. And my detective skills didn't let me down this time, and I could find out that this flamethrower is indeed frick. You wonder how I managed to figure that out.
Nope.
Well, first of all, if we look at the video, everything looks fine until this point. But as soon as the person starts using the flamethrower, you can see right here, the flame is looking really realistic. But if we move forward 1 second, you can see the person's actually moving the gun to the side, but the flame is not moving with it.
Richie, the person that posted that just wrote that in the comments down below.
Bro, let me just have my detective work. Well, he also confirmed that it's not true and that is basically a fake. But I still wonder if we can do something like that in creative. All right, so here we are in our little testing area. And the first thing we obviously need to do is get the flamethrower effect. That is obviously done with the VFX creator. So we're going to place it on the VFX creator and we're going to change a few settings. First things first, always go to advanced setting because they're a lot cooler. And now we want to have some flames. I think we're going to use smoke 2 for this one. Very important, obviously, how it looks. So we're going to make it orange because orange is obviously color of fire. We all know that. Let's make sure that the gravity is to 0. That is always a good start. And the most important thing to create a static flame is to make it to a point. So now we have a nice flame here. Let's make the effect like 70 or something. That is fine. Let's make the time between loops instant. So we basically have a steady stream of fire coming out. I still don't like how this looks, so we're gonna change the brightness and make this like 20. That is some flame. Good. Well, now we can test if this actually doesn't work. For that, we're gonna go again into the device and we're gonna go to the stick to body part. We're gonna press yes, and then we're gonna put it to our weapon. We should also make sure that we have it spawn on a player and place down a trigger, set the channel to channel 1. And now if we step on this trigger, we're gonna have the flamethrower effect. With the power of God, we will have a nice flamethrower. Oh, I mean, well, I kind of knew that was going to happen because if you attach particles or the VFX creator to guns, for whatever reason, they will always go upwards, no matter what you do. And we yet again start the game and go on our trigger, you can see it is still going up, which is pretty weird. The cool thing about that is it does not do that on every gun. For example, on the sword, as you can see, the flames go towards like the sword kind of type. I think it has something to do with the hand and which hand is holding it. I wish there would be an option where we can basically turn the particles on the guns, but for now it doesn't work. So we have to use something where the particles actually go forward. And there's actually a few things we can use for that. Flashlight. And this is actually pretty funny. It looks kind of interesting. Another thing which obviously also works is the shadow grenade. And I think also the smoke grenade works as well here. Kind of the same thing as with the lightsabers. Kind of the same effect here. But it kind of looks like the flames are actually coming out of something and pointing towards the direction they should actually point at. So a weird honorable mention is the grapple glove. It does not really work. It does look a little bit weird, so you can see it does look a little bit odd, but I think it still looks cool, especially if it's just like standing like that. However, ironically enough, the gas can is the one which I personally think is my favorite because it actually does look like there's something coming out of the little thing on top, and you can even pour the gas while doing it. So if that is not a 10 out of 10, I don't know. However, if you do want to recreate this scenario from the video, you can also make sure that something burns while flamethrowing. And there's actually now something that allows us to do that. To create fire in Fortnite Creative, all you have to do is basically use the fire volume. It is a fairly new device. It is not in the game for the longest time, but we only want to burn it at a certain location here. Since we had made our custom mod, it is super easy actually. So all we have to do is just make it a little bit smaller. And from here on, we just want to point it at this location over here. Now we want to make sure that it also starts as soon as we pick up our flames. Also, one thing which could help is make sure that this is not immediately getting destroyed by the fire. So we can add a prop manipulator, make it a bigger prop health so it doesn't immediately burn down. And we also can make it in a zone so it's easier for all of them to get detected at the same time. And here we go. And now with a little bit of amazing acting, we can create our first flamethrower ever. Oh my god, guys, look, I found the first ever flamethrower unreleased item. You can see here we can actually burn this down, right? Look, oh my god, this is so amazing. And it burns down the entire thing. Look how the fire is spreading. Amazing. That actually does look pretty cool, not gonna lie. Well, and that is how you can create your own flamethrower in Fortnite Creative. A fake flamethrower. Not sure how to call it actually.